Hey team, Coach James here. Okay, a couple things. Last night we got a great win. We certainly made it a nail biter. Probably shouldn't have been. A couple points on that. We had a couple either 3 up, 3 down or 4 up, 3 down innings late with our leadoff. The heart of our order coming up. I think we got big-eyed and swung at pitches we shouldn't have swung at. Probably bailed those pitchers out. There should have been a couple more walks there. Although I hate walks, especially when I know these guys can hit. I'm not a fan of walks. I want them to be swinging. If you're not swinging on the first 3 pitches, unless the pitcher's a disaster, if you're not swinging on the first 3 pitches, your average goes way down all the time. Playing the averages, it's never as good when you wait that long to hit. I want the guys to go up there and swing. A couple guys swung at pitches that were bad just because they were anxious, which is totally fine. I would rather get out that way than getting a called third strike on a full count, that kind of thing. I mean, that to me is the worst. That drives me crazy because you guys are all good hitters. So I don't ever want to let the pitcher nibble, to let the pitcher off the hook by not swinging at pitches. So I'm far more upset at pitches we didn't swing at than bad pitches we did swing at. And when I say upset, I'm just, of course, talking about that like a dad where the living room isn't clean. But you're supposed to clean it. But other than that, I mean, we held on. We got a good win. It was a good trial for us. I will say we're not going to win the Friday night if we play like that. We're going to play a considerably better team with a couple good pitchers. I remember they won like 20-7 against the Nordonia Black team last night. While it was a win, I wouldn't necessarily say it was a good win. I'm never satisfied. All wins are good wins, but we were up 9-0, I think, and we won 9-7. We should have put a bunch more runs up, and in all fairness, everyone who hit the ball in the last couple innings hit the ball right at someone. I mean, and they made some really good catches. Catches I did not think they were going to make. I got really aggressive on the bases, got Tubby doubled up on a deep fly ball by Joey, which I thought for sure was going to drop. I had no hope that kid was going to make that catch. So, a couple of those things were on me for sure. Also, we did get in trouble with the umpires. They sent a text message to the league last night that our team was too rowdy and they had to keep warning us to settle down, which some of it I think is BS. But let's watch that moving forward. Now that they've made a complaint about us, even though I talked to the commissioner last night at length about those complaints. No matter if we were justified or not, it doesn't matter. They will be looking at us real close. So let's make sure that we are perfect sportsmen. And they complained about Josh staring down the other pitcher when he got hit by a pitch. I think Josh looked at him for 2.5 seconds at the most, maybe 1.5 seconds. And the umpires saw that and actually felt they should complain about that. Now, if I got hit on the hand and I was a 14-year-old kid, I don't think I would like it that much. So it doesn't matter if Josh was right or wrong in that situation. He certainly conducted himself fine, and I think as I would have if I was him. I wouldn't have been too happy about getting hit, high and tight. But they complained about that. So, Josh, don't worry about it. I'm on your side. I think you did fine. Moving forward, if we get hit, just run down to first or walk down. I don't care. But the other bench was chirping at Josh, like, stay classy, dude. Okay, well, when you get hit, then you can stay classy as well. And I'm just being a competitor. I understand these things happen in baseball. That's what it was to me. These things happen in baseball. To have a 100% perfect attitude all the time is, it's impossible because we're not perfect. But I like the aggression. I like the the grit at which we play with. I really do, and I don't want to stop it at all. But, you know, we just have to be careful. Make sure that the umpires, if we get one warning, you know, that second warning, we could get in trouble. So, also, our next game is coming up on Friday night. They had to move it because of all this rain. They couldn't get a game in tonight, which got rained out last night. So, I totally understand that, but that means we will be playing Friday night at 6:30, and that game will go to minimum 8:30. And we will have to turn around and play again on Saturday morning at 11 o'clock, which means we'll have to get there at 10. So you will get home at 9, and you will have to be back to the ballpark at the latest 10 o'clock on Saturday morning. It's going to be tough, but it's going to be tough for every team. Every team's going to have the exact same thing to deal with. So that is just the way it is, and we got to do it. So, you know, how you respond to adversity is what makes you a champion. So those that complain and whine generally don't win. I had a different pitching strategy lined up for Thursday night, but I think we're going to change it up some, so listen closely. Joey will not be with us on Saturday. He cannot be there for the championship game. We will we will be on a tight, strict pitch count. No pitcher is allowed to pitch more than 35 pitches on Friday if they want to pitch on Saturday. So obviously I need to make sure that Tubby and Sam are well available for Saturday. My plan would be then to start with Joey on Friday night and do what we can to get through that game, remembering that team will also be on a pitch count. So if I have to use Sam for 30, I can. If I have to use Tubby for 30, I can. I'd love to see Joey go as many innings as possible. Anyone else who's pitched this year will also be will have to be ready, especially maybe just to come in and clean up an inning or get one out or something like that. So it's going to be very important that we're at the top of our game. You know, we can't. I was going to start Sam, but I'm going to have to start him on Saturday in the championship game, and most likely bring in Tubby to close. That would be the strategy as of right now. But because of these close dates, it's going to mean that anyone who has pitched is going to be on call at all times, and we'll practice that. We'll do that. That'll be one of the main things we do on Friday when we get there. We'll go over some pitching stuff, and I'll work with some of the guys, health permitting, as long as my leg holds out and I can still walk around. Hitting, if you guys get a chance to go to the batting cages between now and Friday, that would be optimal. We are at Liberty Park again, I think on that exact same field. I'm going to try to go to the batting cages. We were going to try to go today, but it was pouring. Now it's bright and sunny. But just as long as everyone's ready, it's going to be 90 or so for late tomorrow night or late Friday night, I believe, and on Saturday you're looking at 90s again, so it's going to be a very, very hot time. You're going to want to make sure you're very hydrated and bring everything you need. This is going to be a real test of our manhood, so let's man up and let's do it. Another thing that we're trying to do now is put a fall ball team together, where what we're trying to do is put a mixture of guys from the senior level and guys from this level, which is called majors, in the Twinsburg Fall Ball League. As of right now, I think we have several kids that want to play. Please correspond with me if you are one of those kids that wants to play. I think that we can probably bring at least 4 guys, maybe 5 from this team Now, remember, you will be facing 18-year-olds. So you will be 14 going on 18, but all the teams will be mixed like that, kind of. These fall ball leagues are instructional. The younger players get to come up and play with the older players and really kind of see what is required to continue to play baseball when you're 18. My son Caleb is probably even going to join us on that team. He'll probably be playing for another team as well, but I'm going to sign him up. And I'm not sure how it's going to work out, but he's going to come, and I want to use him as a good trainer for the younger kids. And I think this will be very instructional, especially next year going into a year older. The competition only ever gets tougher, obviously. And there's less and less kids the farther up you go. If there was 700 kids in the city that played baseball when you started out, by the time you're 18 years old, out of that whole group, there will probably still be about 50 of them playing. So, and that's just off the top of my head, but it's very, very, the competition only gets better. So you have to be very motivated yourself to be good. So anyways, I'd like to put a fall ball team together. We are in the process of doing it. If you want to play fall ball on my team, you must sign up on Twinsburg Fall Ball League Seniors Division and request Coach Cunningham. I talked to Bill, the commissioner, last night, and he was cool with us putting our own team together without going into any kind of a draft or anything like that. So I was thinking to carry somewhere between 12 and 14 guys, and the games will be on Sundays, pretty much every Sunday. And they're going to try to work them around the Browns game. So if the Browns play early, our games will be late. If the Browns play late, our games will be early. That's what he said, which is kind of cool. So that's about all I've got. Friday night, Liberty Park, 6:30 game time. Be there no later than 5:30. I was late again the other night. I try my best to be on time, and no matter what, I get waylaid. I was painting a shed, and I got back late. But Owen will be back. Coach Dwayne will be back on Friday. And we will have Joey for Friday. We just won't have him for Saturday. So let's stick with that. We're going to start Joey and close out that game however we have to. And then Saturday we'll start Sam and in the championship game. So, okay, God bless. I love you guys. You guys are such a fun team to be out on that field with, man. I'd rather have my team than anybody else's team. I'll guarantee you that. So, anyway, be good. Treat your parents right. Parents, show this video to your kids. See you later.